morning to every single one of you gathered here today for the myAvtar Job Fair for Women. My very best wishes to you right at the outset. And here's hoping that many of you land the career of your choice and take that first step to rise to the fullest of your potential. It's always a very pleasurable duty for me to deliver this welcome address at the myAvtar job fairs that we conduct, because this is the moment when all of us, and when I say all of us, it is all of you, the VIPs of this program, the women who have logged in, who have demonstrated their intent to actually land that fantastic career option, the employers who are here in large numbers, providing you with many hundreds of jobs, and of course, Team myAvtar, who have come together to ensure that the vision of a country which has a 50-50 gender balance in its workplaces is fully met and realized. I wish you the very best when you embark upon the set of interviews today, and I hope that before this day is done, you will have greater clarity, you will have a lot of energy in you, and you will truly begin taking those initiatives to make sure that you have actually converted your dreams into reality. Speaking of energizing, as you know, the theme for this myAvtar Job Fair for Women, our third edition in the series, is energizing your career. A couple of years back, I delivered a TED Talk, and that TED Talk's theme was re-innovating. Anything. It could be jobs, it could be ideas, it could be desires, it could be dreams. And when my turn came, I spoke about how we should re-innovate one of the most important resources in India, and that is our women professionals. So re-energizing or energizing your career actually translates into placing your career as a focus, building all the support systems that enable you to truly energize your career, and ensure that all those decisions that you take from now onwards lead up to you visualizing and realizing that vision. It's quite overwhelming whenever we put together, a myAvtar job fair. And I have to say this because each time it means that we first of all have to, profile you all, ensure that all of you are here, ensure that this amazing set of employers who truly believe this as an investment, who truly consider this as one of their ways of fulfilling that vision of a 50-50 gender balance, bringing all of this together can be overwhelming, to say the least. But now, after 3 episodes of this, the first 2 were simply successful, we are now looking at this more as a very joyful experience for us, as something that truly nourishes our soul. Let's just, share a bit of a data perspective here. We've had 5,000 registrations. 5,000, imagine that. And we have had 800 spot interviews, out of which 500 were shortlisted for subsequent rounds by recruiters, and over 50 plus companies that are invested in gender diversity, offering close to 1,000 plus jobs. These are wonderfully big numbers, aren't they? But what do these numbers really speak about? I think they really reflect on the emotions over here. The emotions of participating organizations, the emotions of Indian women professionals like each of you here, and the emotions of all of us here at myAvtar, whose only goal is to make sure that we have sufficiently large numbers of women in the workplace so that when India is next assessed on the Gender Inclusion Index, we are not at the bottom. To each of you, I just want to say one thing. I think irrespective of the career stage that you're in, I mean, you could be making a career comeback, or you could be starting your career afresh after a long, long time, or you could be looking at making a much more successful, substantive move from where you are today. I know that all of us face a lot of resistance. We all face resistance, sometimes at home, sometimes from the people who really love us, and sometimes even in the workplaces that we go to, where sometimes we could have colleagues and co-workers who have some non-conscious biases. And due to all of this, we may sometimes become the victims of guilt. But as I often say, don't think of guilt as a negative emotion. Why should we think that guilt is something that is bad? Let's welcome that guilt. That only means that we are looking at our lives and careers in a way that we want to create equitable time, equitable outcomes out of every individual, every stakeholder in our lives. So don't get overcome by a sense of negative emotion when it comes to guilt. Just take it as it comes. Just go forward with it. And I'm sure as you take one step ahead of the other, you will reach a goal where not only are you happy, you're productive, you have got happy people around you, you have very successful outcomes that emerge out of it. And all of this because you have energized your career. You know, at this point of time, let me take a moment to thank our sponsors who are here to do that, to do their bit for you to energize your careers. Our presenting sponsor, Avtar Energy, our co-presenters, Amazon, M2P FinTech, session sponsors, MasterCard Incorporated, Synchrony, Titan Company, and Vestas. Associate sponsors, AstraZeneca India Private Limited, CRISIL, Blue Star Limited, Ford Business Solutions, and the supporting sponsor, ICICI Lombard GIC Limited. To each one of these amazing organizations, which truly wear gender inclusion on their sleeve, you know, which really offer their support, their fullest of partnership in ensuring that we have more women in India occupying spaces of importance in our workplaces. A big thank you, a very big thank you to each of you organizations. And we really hope that you will find some absolute stellar talent over here. And by the end of the day, you will be as thrilled as all of us. On behalf of myAvtar.com, I now welcome you to this job fair, a place where we celebrate diversity and a place where we never settle. I declare this third edition of myAvtar Job Fair for Women open. Choose the work that energizes your career because everyone deserves a spot.